All right, let's dive in. What if I told you that the most important cryptocurrency in the world isn't Bitcoin? Seriously, it's actually a digital dollar that quietly powers the entire crypto market, and its story is just packed with innovation, controversy, and a huge battle for the future of money itself. Today, we are breaking down Tether, or as you probably know it, USDT.
So let me start by asking you a question. If you had to guess, right now, which crypto is traded the most every single day, what would you say? I mean, 99% of people would immediately say Bitcoin, right?
And hey, that's a great guess, but it's actually not the right one. The real king of trading volume is a coin that's designed to do the exact opposite of Bitcoin. It's designed to not change in price. And, figuring out that little paradox is the key to understanding how the crypto market really works behind the scenes.
To really get it, we have to start with crypto's biggest feature, which also happens to be its biggest bug, that insane volatility. We've all seen the charts. Prices can go on these wild rides, swinging up and down in just a matter of hours. It's amazing if you're on the right side of that trade, but it's absolutely terrifying if you're not.
Now, for anyone trying to actively trade, this created a massive problem. I mean, think about it. Let's say you want to sell some of your Bitcoin to lock in your profits, but you don't want to go through all the hassle, the fees, the waiting of converting it back into actual dollars in your bank account, especially if you think you might want to buy back in a few hours. You needed a stable place to just park your money, but inside the crypto world.
And that is the exact problem that Tether was created to solve. It was a really simple, almost elegant idea. What if we just made a digital currency that acts exactly like a US dollar?
The story starts way back in 2014. It wasn't even called Tether at first. It was launched as Realcoin. But the mission, right from day one, was crystal clear. Create a digital token that would always be worth $1. This would finally give traders that stable home base they were so desperate for. And just like that, a whole new category of crypto is born, the stablecoin. The concept is pretty simple, really. You just peg the value of your digital coin to a real-world asset, like the dollar or even gold, and that keeps its price stable instead of flying all over the place. So, how is it supposed to stay pegged at $1? Well, on paper, the mechanism is super straightforward. Every time a new USDT token is created, the company behind it, Tether Limited, is supposed to take $1 and stick it in their reserves. It's a simple promise. One token out, $1 in. One for one. Now, this is a really key point. Unlike something like Bitcoin, which is decentralized, USDT is totally centralized. It's issued and controlled by one company. But, that centralization gives it a huge practical advantage. It can exist on all sorts of different blockchains. Think Ethereum, Solana, you name it. That makes it incredibly useful and easy to move around.
And this simple idea, it didn't just help the crypto market, it completely transformed it. USDT grew to become way more than just a stable place to park cash. It became the essential plumbing, the very engine that makes the whole ecosystem run.
I think my favorite way to describe it is this. Think of USDT as the poker chips for the crypto casino, right? You go to the casino, you hand over your cash for chips so you can play the games. Well, traders swap their dollars for USDT so they can quickly jump in and out of bets on Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever else, all without ever having to leave the casino. Its usefulness really boils down to four key things. First, it's the main currency you use to buy and sell other cryptos. Second, it's that safe haven when the market gets choppy. Third, it's used for instant payments in the world of decentralized finance, or DeFi, which is basically this whole new financial system being built on blockchains. And fourth, people even use it for sending money across borders quickly and cheaply. It's kind of like the crypto world's Swiss Army knife. And if you want to see just how dominant it is, look at this. On any given day, the trading volume of USDT just absolutely dwarfs Bitcoin's. It's not even close. More value moves through Tether than any other crypto on the entire planet. That's how essential it's become. The scale is, well, it's just staggering. We're talking about a market cap that hovers somewhere around $80 billion. That number alone tells you how much the market has come to depend on, and for the most part, trust this digital dollar. But, and this is a really big but, that trust hasn't exactly been a smooth ride. For years now, Tether has been put under a microscope, with critics and regulators pointing to some potentially serious cracks in its foundation. And it all comes back to this one incredibly important question. Is that one-to-one promise actually true? Is every single USDT token out there really backed by $1 worth of safe, liquid assets held in a vault somewhere?
Well, the answer gets a bit complicated. Tether eventually revealed that its reserves aren't just piles of cash in a bank account. It's a mix of different assets, mostly US dollars and very safe government bonds. But for years, the exact details of what's in those reserves and how transparent the company is about them have been a huge source of controversy and regulatory headaches.
So Tether is facing some major challenges. Governments all over the world are demanding stricter rules and more transparency. Those nagging questions about its reserves just won't go away. New fully regulated competitors are popping up, and maybe the biggest risk of all is just confidence. If traders ever truly panic and all try to cash out their poker chips at once, it could cause a digital bank run that might just bring down the entire crypto market.
Which, of course, brings us to the future. So where does Tether go from here? Is it going to become a permanent part of our financial system, or is it just a temporary tool from a specific era of crypto?
I mean, on the one hand, you could argue it's in the perfect position. It's already so deeply woven into the fabric of the market that it could become the essential bridge that connects the old world of traditional finance with this new, exciting world of DeFi.
But there's a huge challenger coming over the horizon: central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. Think of these as official, government-issued digital dollars. Unlike Tether, which is private and less regulated, a CBDC would be fully backed and built right into the traditional banking system we all use. That's a powerful competitor.
And the rules of the game are definitely changing. New global regulations are on their way, like Europe's big MiCA framework. That stands for Markets in Crypto Assets. These new rules are going to force all stablecoins, including Tether, to meet incredibly strict standards for transparency and what they hold in their reserves. The Wild West days are officially coming to an end.
So we're left with this fascinating question. Does Tether adapt, embrace the new wave of regulation, and solidify its place as that crucial bridge between the old and new worlds of finance? Or will it just be remembered as a brilliant but ultimately flawed relic from crypto's wild early days? The answer to that is going to shape the future of digital money for all of us.